try this again. Yeah, okay, we're rolling, I think. There we go. Hey, friends. Who's your favorite action hero? I know it isn't me, but I'll bet it's my pickup truck. Right? You notice the red, white, and blue in the back window? You notice the powder blue Chevy? Yeah, start up without a problem, guys. I'm like, dude, it doesn't have to be as hard as it is, right? So, thanks for putting up with me. It's a weird life. I got to talk to a couple people on the ride back from OMAC. And I realized that because as I was explaining my life, I like it. It's great and all. It's weird to document it like I do, I think. I think it's different. I think it's cool. So I don't know how long this will roll. We got 1% and I'm running off of the only way I could charge it is with my laptop. I thought of that though, just as I was passing the church. So everything is okay in case this cuts off. I got everything taken care of. I'm on my way back from my camp on top of Chapaca in my Chevy truck, right? So I'm going to make it. Don't worry about me if this shuts off. Ronnie freaking Hawkwater. Hi, Ronnie. Boy, you're a sight for sore eyes tonight. Where are you? Cool. Hey, Bree. Rebecca Blizzard, Jenny, Joyce Lyons. Erica's in the house. Hi, Erica. Boy, you do such a good job, Erica. I want you to know that. Hi, Kathy. Music, movies, and chill. What up, movies and chill? Will, it's my birthday. Well, hey, happy birthday, Will. Smoking my last cigarette until I get to the camp. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Will. Happy birthday to you. And many more. I hope there was a good birthday, Will. I always say kind of the same thing. I hope that you had cake and friends and family and stuff. I hope that you have good lessons and life experiences and memories from this past year. And I hope that this next year is really good for you. I hope that it's an opportunity to apply those things that we've learned from this past year and just have good interactions and be happy and stuff, Thank you so much for sharing your birthday here with us tonight. It's something that we do here on this channel that I particularly really like. So thank you. Hi, Alan. How you doing, Alan? Hi, Matt. Stay strong, friend. Here for you. Thanks, Alan. I appreciate it. Your encouragement always helps. And yeah, you know me. I've been through a lot of trials and tribulations and stuff throughout my life. And so I go through now. Have that to count on. I'm really strong and I'm good at doing the thing with the thing about the thing, so just lean back, enjoy a little bit of freak out, and it's all gonna be okay. I refuse to let it go any other way in life. Leah says hi, Matt. Hi, Leah. AJ Berg, good stuff. Where you at? I am on the border of Loomis right now and Tonasket Road. That's not really Tonasket Road. It's 97. Isn't this? No, this is Loomis Orville Road. I'm stopped in front of a little church in my Chevy truck. Smoking my last cigarette. Now, full disclaimer, the reason that I don't empty my ashtrays very often is because I roll my own cigarettes. I can fudge around in there and pull out the dead ends, right? And I can roll those if I want. So I actually have I probably got 12, 13 cigarettes worth of tobacco in the ashtray. Joyce Lyons saying hey to Erica. Johnny Rose, how the hell you been, bro? Matt, It's good seeing you, brother. Thank you, Johnny. It's good to see you tonight, too, my friend. Thank you. Jenny saying hey to Erica. Erica's kicking butt out there as our mod, taking out the trash. Space. Hi, Space. Dale. Hi, Dale. Nerds. Hi, Nerds. Nerds is saying hey to Erica. Nerds is one of our other moderators. Nerds and Britta. They all do such a good job. Nolan says, do you ever go live on TikTok? No, Nolan, I don't do TikTok or Facebook or anything. I'm just here on YouTube, my friend. Derek 6, howdy, glad you got Max. Thanks, Derek. Yeah, I was even just telling my cameraman, I'm like, that's why I always have a spare. I'll tell you, when I fired Max up, he's like, I'm here for you, bro. I'm hurt. I'm a little bit broke, but I'm here for you, man. Let's get you back to the effing mountain, all right? And I'm not even kidding. That's exactly what he said. Yeah. Isn't it cool? See, I plan life a little bit. I at least have the things that I need when things go bad, I was worried because they hand me the key at Walmart to my car. Hang on, I've missed a bunch of y'all guys. Thank you so much, guys. Here, let me stop here so I can get to you. Kathy, thank you, Kathy. Give me 1 second, guys. I was worried because they gave me the key to my car at Walmart, but I haven't been able to pay for my car, so I couldn't take it. That's what's been going on tonight. For anybody that hasn't been following the many lives I've done as my life has been falling apart around me. I need to pay better attention to when it's the weekend. The weekend has killed me for most of my life. That and Memorial Day. Memorial Day has been a hard one for most of my life. Yeah. But then I realized, you see, the guys there at Walmart, the ones I was talking to and everything, they're really cool. One dude was from Alaska, so it was like 907 forever. The other guy is going to be in my show, actually. I was like, dude, can I put you on my show? He watched me, like, growing up and stuff, and that was really cool. So I realized that I'm like, man, those guys, they're not going to, like, tow my rig or do anything bad to it or anything, because we just accidentally forgot and I wound up with the key. Now there's a spare key in the door. I hope they find that. But I really felt bad about that tonight. That's what, like, with everything else going on, I felt so bad about that. Because it just makes more trouble for hardworking guys, and I didn't mean to be spaced out like that. Kathy, thank you so much. Let me give you a heart and a like. Guys, Kathy dropped in $5 for the channel. I appreciate you so much, Kathy. Y'all guys have really been carrying the load over this past month and now this October too. Now, if everything goes right, Kathy, I'll be able to get back on my feet real soon. Y'all guys know I'm never down for long. And so I plan to, in the next maybe 2 weeks, be able to actually start dropping videos and be somewhere that, like, has a little stability. Like, I love being on the mountain right now. I just wish I hadn't left today. I thought things were going to be different. You know how it is? But, yeah, I need to get up there. See, I'm not going to be able to stay for long, guys. As soon as snow flies, I got to get out of there anyway. So I'm just doing repairs. I'm trying to get us some adventure time and stuff. But as things have been falling apart, that's more what the show is going to be about. Some adventure in between. Don't worry, the adventures will be cool. Nolan Trimble, thank you, Nolan. Nolan bought a comment here, guys, for $3. Thank you, Nolan, and says, do you ever go live when on TikTok? No, Nolan, I don't have TikTok or anything. I'm just here on YouTube, my friend. Guys, again, if this cuts off, it's just the battery, so don't worry about it, all right? Thank you, Nolan. Nolan bought an emoji, guys. Oh, that's cool. It's a unicorn. That's so cool, Nolan. Thank you, my friend. Thank you for your support. Like I was just saying, y'all guys have really made the difference. Sony Norton, today is me and my twin sister's birthday, but my twin sister passed away. I'm sorry, Sony. Happy day to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sony. Happy birthday to you. And many more. I hope that today, though, I know it must be a sad day at the same time, that still there's celebration of love and time and life here for you, and memories of your sister, and that everything is okay. I hope this next year is a good one for you, and that everything opens up and just does right. I know there'll be difficulty. When that difficulty comes, I hope that it's not that hard, and I hope that there's far more positivity than anything else. Thank you for being here, Sonia, for sharing your birthday with us. Bobber down fishtails. Hey, Bobber. Hey, Matt, keep your head up, brother, and follow you a long time. Oh, I follow you a long time. You'll do what you always do. End up on top again and again. If you want to do some bar work up in Wisconsin, just email me. Cool, brother. I appreciate that. Thank you. And thank you so much for your encouragement. I tell myself that too. Hang on, what's going on over here? No, I do not want to update. No, I do not like the cloud. Thank you. But I tell myself that too, my friend. And that's why I try and tell the young people too, because I think when we're really young and we haven't had all that getting our butt handed to us time in life, it can be really hard sometimes to have that faith in ourselves, keep pushing forward. And that's one thing that I'm really happy for in my life and adversity, is that it's always shown me that I will come out on top, that I keep trying to do the next right thing, make the best decisions I can, give a maximum effort, you know. And I like the struggle. That's one thing I realized tonight while I was walking, is that I really kind of enjoy the struggle. It's a lot better when I win. Like when I turned my pickup truck on and it started, that was a win. And I'm like, yeah, that works. That's all right, you know? But thank you for your encouragement. Hi, Catfish. Hi, Charlie. Norton Trimble. Okay, I always try to watch the live, but I always end up missing it. I'm not good at working YouTube. I understand, Nolan. There's a lot of tech stuff that I'm not good at all. I've had a lot of experience here on YouTube now over the years. I've been doing this consistently for about 5 years now. But there's always something with the platform changing and everything, and I am not good at adapting either. It takes me a while to figure it all out, you know. That's all right. We keep pushing forward, you know. Mr. B's Adventure and more. Smash the like button, everyone. Thank you, Mr. B's. I appreciate you. And I appreciate all of y'all guys. Thank you for hitting that like button. It really does help a lot. Robert Gaylor, how you doing, Robert? I'm glad you're doing okay, man. I wish I could be there to help you. It's all right, Robert. You know me. I got this here, you know. It's hard when there's a lot of strife and stuff, and I'm really used to being the one that it's my fault in life. So as a recovering addict and alcoholic, I had to accept that a lot of the stuff was my fault, even if it was just misplacing trust and stuff, right? I had to take my side on everything. And here recently, I'm trying to accept that I think I've made bad decisions in the way that I've handled things, though I think that I held to my virtues at the same time. And I can actually say that I think a lot of the strife has been because like a lot of the other side, because it's like there's me, which I can control, and then there's the rest of the world, right? And I'm so programmed to just take all of it. It's just hard sometimes when I'm dealing with other people's bad behavior, I guess, if that makes sense. The long way short, if that makes any sense at all. Yeah. I like negotiation. I like finding ways to make things work and stuff, and teamwork and everything. And so it is difficult for me sometimes when I can't, right? When like I'm put up against oppositions that they just want to fight, or they want me to submit or something, and I can't do that. You know, I'm good at saying I'm sorry or I apologize when it is me, right? But then when other people are rude or act out of sort or are bullies or something, you know, I can't jive with that. You know what I mean? And so I have to do the conflict, I guess. You know, it's conflict. My buddy Michael Robinson once said something, because I was going through something there while I was living in the shop, right? We all were, honestly. And he really thought about it. I've said before, I think he actually watched the movies again because he saw that I was having some issues, right? And I wasn't doing good. And he wanted to relate to me. That's what good friends do, right? Like, if a good friend is going through something, we try and help them by like relating and figuring out, and we spend the time to do that, right? And that's what Michael did. And he came up to me because there was some conflict I had to settle. And he was like, Matt, because he knows I like Mad Max, right? It's like Mad Max, James Bond, Batman, some Jason Bourne, because like you look at me, you don't think badass, right? So I definitely like Jason Bourne. Because I am a badass. So, but Michael walked up and he goes, Max is not afraid of conflict. He finds himself in it a lot, and he handles it that way. Now, he doesn't seek conflict out, but when conflict shows itself, he handles it, right? And I just thought that was really nice of Michael to put that kind of time and thought into trying to help his friend and realizing there was something that I identify with. You know what I mean? Lots of times I wish that as a kid I had identified more with, like, I don't know, the Thomas Crown Affair. See the rich guy, remember? He was a rich like art thief and everything. And you might think to yourself, well, James Bond has a lot of money, right? But no, if you think about it, James Bond really has no money. He's spending the crown's money, right? And so it's like, and he's also very careless with money. If somebody asked him, you know, are you good with money? He'd have to be like, no. And so, yeah. But Max, oh God, somehow I manifest my life into being the road warrior somehow, like for real. And that feels good. It does kind of feel good in a way. Because I don't know, like I said earlier, the more damage that we take in our life, the harder life is, the more struggles we have and stuff. As we get older, the more we can relate our confidence to the situation because of all we've come through before. And so when things get hard now, we can be like, hey, man, you should have been here in the winter or whatever, right? Or during the debacle of such and such. And it's like, it builds that confidence. Yeah. Music, movies, and chill. Thank you so much. I see that. I gave you a heart and a like already. Thank you so very much. So music, movies, and chill donated $10 to the cause, guys, and bought a comment. She says, it's a she, right? Yes, she says, thank you, music. Matt, this is Sleuth Fairy. Hey, Sleuth. I'm here for you, friend. Hugs. Okay, yeah, you changed your name. Hoorah. Thank you. You've always been such a great friend and a good member of this community. I love your new name. That's awesome. It reminds me of Music Madness, too, you know? Yeah. All right, I think I'm going to call you Music Movies. No, in chill. I'll call you full name, all right? Otherwise, I'll call you Sleuth Fairy. Brenda Lee. Hi, Brenda. I want you guys to know how important you really are. Because I know I say that sometimes and everything, but you see, I'm a very kind of, I know for a guy that broadcasts my whole life, I'm kind of a private guy. I don't have a lot of people in my everyday life and everything. And so, like, I've known a lot of y'all guys for a very long time. And I know that most of us is just a little name and everything. And then the conversations that we've had throughout the years now here. And so when I see y'all guys come on and stuff, while I'm having a bad day, I'm not even going to say it's been a bad day. It's just been a rough day. It's been a day of survival, right? It really does help, though. It's nice to see you. And I'm so glad that you're here. Mike and Carla, hi, guys. Oh, and hi, Nikki. Thank you. Mike and Carla say, Matt, the color you got to your camp, the better things will be. Oh, the closer you get to your camp, the better things will be. We try to stay away from town and people. Chin up, mate, from Australia. Hoorah, mate. Thank you very much. And yeah, I know, as I was barreling out this way, you're right. The closer I get to my camp, the better things are. And I was able, before I left town, I was able to try and relate to my friend. I went in and I realized that it's not their hang on, I don't want to say stuff that's not true. I realized that I don't have any control over how other people feel or what they think or how or if they want to resolve issues and stuff. All I have is mine. And I knew that when I get up there to that mountain where I'm in the 1800s again and there's no tech and there's no phone and I can never talk to anybody again until I get back into town, that I was going to sit there by the oil lamp and really feel bad about saying mean things, right? You know how it is when we argue, right? When people argue, we feel so justified and everything. And I know they do too. And all I wanted to say was that I'm sorry and that I still like them and that I still wanted to be part of their life and all. And that I realized that time will fix things. And I knew, just don't respond back, right? Whatever they say, just don't respond back in a way that when I get into the dark again, I'm going to be sad that, you know, they think I'm mad at them and they're mad at me, right? And so I was able to do that. I was able to just go and say, apologize for my part. I struggle with this and all I can do is half of it. And my half is to let you know that I care about you. And that when I'm out there in the dark, I don't want to be sitting there thinking that you think I'm mad at you. Like, I understand if you still want to be mad at me. But I don't want to be sitting out there and think that my half of it is like that. If that makes sense. And I got to do that too. I got to see one of my favorite people in the world. And she's my hero completely. So that was really nice too. You know how it is when we form attachments with people, you know, that matter to us. I mean, all people matter. You know what I mean? It's just some people are heroes. Shout out to the mods. You go good, America. Thank you, ladies. Thank you, nerds. Thank you, Erica. What was that? Bro, why did... Oh, I understand. Yeah. You're broke, question mark. Yeah, I lost everything in the show and everything. I kind of gave it away in the end is what happened, because I wanted to be sober and I wanted to have good relationships with the world. And I didn't want to waste my time on something that, like, I wasn't happy with and all. And yeah, but that's okay because I got a lot from it and everything. And nowadays, I'm not sad about any of it at all because I get to meet people who, like, lived there in the adventure with me and all. And I grew up, well, basically just because it just gave me battery warning. But so once upon a time in the forest, actually in Colorado, but in the forest, there was this kid who was about 4 when he started knowing how to remember things, right? And I grew up in the middle of nowhere and on a boat. And all we had was a generator and a TV and a VCR. And I know it's really old stuff, right? The VCR tech. And a box of movies. So you could think of it like a DVD player and a box of DVDs, basically. And I grew up idolizing those movies and stuff. It was the only way that I knew what the world was like beyond just the wild and like the road warrior lifestyle. It's why I identified so much with Mad Max, right? As everything was broken and it was all, you had to rely on yourself and everything. And so fast forward a long time, I wound up on TV, and that kind of completed the circle. For me, I had made myself into I was in the box. Let's say that. That's a good way to describe it, I think. I put my DVD set in that box that I had grown up with. And it was pretty cool. And now I get to meet y'all guys who have come with me through the box. Or Netflix or whatever it is I'm streaming on, and now YouTube. And I think that's really cool. I had a weird dream a few nights ago. No, I'm not going to get on here and just tell you about my dreams now. But I was able to swap places with somebody who was a lot younger and stuff in the dream. And I remember when I did it, right, which I wasn't sure if I wanted to do it, how much I regretted it afterwards, because like everything that I worked towards to be now and have, I was going to have to work towards again. And then the person that I had swapped with had everything that I've worked for to get to here. And it really put into perspective the accomplishments that I've had throughout my life. And also how well I can use the remainder of it too, with everything that I've gained. That's why I don't surrender. And just stop doing this, is because I really feel like if we keep going, one, it's a lifestyle that I like, and two, we could make something that that we can help people with and stuff, which is important to me. Sherry O'Neill, thank you, Sherry. Sherry, thank you. Threw in $5 for the cause, guys, and bought an emoji. Oh, it's doing this. It's like the rock on. Hoorah, Sherry. Thank you. Chicken Master. Pardon me. Don't worry about other people, Matt. Keep yourself under control. Only you can be there for yourself. I don't count on anyone. Hoorah, Chicken Master. I completely agree with that. And you know me, I've been rolling that way for a very long time, and I feel good about that. It's not, I don't have to be hard or calloused about it or anything. I just have to guard myself a little bit more, especially trying to achieve or accomplish something. I kept trying to explain to somebody that what I do here is important to me. And this is like my career and my profession and my future and my life and how I keep the lights on. And you might notice they're getting a little bit dim right now. But I love that, I think trying to place our happiness in the understanding of others is difficult too, because some people, when you explain something to them, they just don't understand. Some people do. Recently, I encountered people that act like they don't understand just so that they can irritate you and get you to lose your mind. And I'm like, I've encountered that a couple times in life, but I didn't actually stop to notice what that was about. I'm like, did you know there are people who actually just like to make other people feel bad by any means necessary, like acting like they don't understand what you say. You know what I mean? Or it's weird. I'm studying it now a little bit deeper, because I think a lot of problems that people are going through is with this kind of mindset of people that the best way I can describe it is that they just want to rattle everybody else's cages, kind of like a trickster or something. You know what I mean? Anyway, more on that later. Yeah, I love saying that. Do you ever get tickled by little things? Like, so I said, more on that later. And then I hear in my head, the trick word inside there is moron. I'm like, more on that later. And then my brain picks it out and I'm like, I just said moron. I don't know. Not everybody's brain, I don't think, collects it like that. Nikki Wilson says, I don't really ever say anything. I just watch, but hold your head up, brother, and live well, get better. Thank you, Nikki. I appreciate that. You know what? I really like y'all guys that you're just the viewers and everything. And it sure means a lot to me when you do chime in like that. I appreciate that. I think that the better part is just moving forward and not letting the sea drown us in the moment, if that makes sense, you know? Because I'm really doing well. After the weekend, I will have... See, I gauge everything out. I plan my disasters, right? Like, even my pickup truck that I'm saying right now, that didn't just happen on accident. I planned this, right? I was like, well, if one of them goes out, I've got the other. Thankfully, I even planned the spare key, because I was like, when, not if, one of them goes out and I need the other one, I'm not going to have the key, and I know it. And so I stashed a spare key. And so I think that the getting better, Nikki, is just that. It's about realizing when we plan for the future that crap is going to hit the fan, you know? And later in life, when I'm old and I'm looking back on life, I can definitely say I wasn't bored. As I tell y'all guys that a lot, that I hate being bored. And when things hit the fan, it really helps me to tell myself again, I'm like, well, you know what? I'm not bored right now. And like another friend said earlier too, I'm close to my camp. I'm really close. I'm worried because Max has a lot of weight in it. I didn't even take anything out. This has been storage since I parked it up at the trailer court, right? And so I'm like, I didn't even take anything out. I scooted everything over in the seat. I found the spare key. I did a happy dance. Boom, started it up and started rolling. And yeah, thanks for being there, Nikki. I appreciate you. Appreciate all y'all guys. I gotta watch the battery so we don't do that powering off thing again. We got 1% on the phone, which we've had 1% the whole time. And I think I'm gonna get a warning from the computer before it goes out. Is it really 10:10? I think it is. I better sign off with y'all guys pretty soon. Let's plan on that. Because I don't want either of these to power off on their own again. Oh, John. Thank you, John. John threw in $2, guys, bought a comment, said, hi, Matt. Do you miss your dad? John, you know what? I do sometimes. I do. Not all the time, unfortunately, and I think that is sad sometimes. Hi, Matt. My dad and I were really good at fighting each other. And I don't mean like throwing punches and yelling and screaming, but more in life a lot, especially during the show and everything. And he was a really good adversary. And I think that he thought of me as a really good adversary too, because we were that kind of tight at the same time, because my dad didn't have a lot of friends and stuff. So I was his running buddy. I was partying buddy. As the oldest, I was the guy, like at 11, I was my dad's like friend. You know what I mean? And we kind of respected each other no matter what kind of thing. And so even as adversaries, we respected each other. And I think that he would be proud, because now there wouldn't be any of the ego and the stuff that always got in the way at the same time. You know, I am glad that I don't have to fight him, honestly. And I don't know how to feel about that sometimes, you know, but I do think that that a lot of what I do, because I was talking about the box of movies, he loved action movies too and stuff. And And whenever the main character would pull something off that you just couldn't pull off, right? Like some impossible thing, some badass thing, right? My dad would always be like, ha, that's the way you do it, right? And so sometimes I see him watching like my life here as a movie. And I think back to when I was a kid. And I think to myself right now, if he was watching that when I was a kid and everything, then I would be the guy in the movie and he would have been like, ha, that's the way you do it. Also, for all my flaws and stuff, my dad knew that I was able to do impossible things. He would always like, no matter what, it wouldn't matter if he was ticked off at me, if I'd just been drunk or something. When it came down to it, if somebody else was trying to give me crap or something, my dad would be like, well, yeah, you don't know Matt. You don't know Matt. He'll come back. He'll get this and he'll come back. And yeah, you just don't know him. And that instilled a lot of good pride, I guess, in me, you know? Joseph Dean, thank you, Joseph. You know what, bro? And I'm sorry to say it to you, but your name, for some reason, it makes me want like the breakfast sausages, like Jimmy Dean, breakfast sausage and eggs every time almost, man, because it's so close to like Jimmy Dean, you know? Thank you, bro. So Joseph Dean here, one of our longtime friends and supporters, guys, threw in $10 for the channel, bought a comment and said, "Chin up, Matt, you got this." Hoorah, Joseph. Thank you, bro. And yeah, you know I got this. I know I got this. We all know I got this. Like I was just saying about my dad. You know, it's like, if my dad's watching, his moment was when my truck started. Because I was literally like, you hear that? That is the sound of a 350 Chevy engine starting up right there. Smell the gasoline? Yeah. Thank you, Walter. Walter Grave threw in $5. Bought an emoji, just a little pear guy with the headband. I like seeing that, dude. And he's jumping up and down going, ha ha, ha ha, ha ha. Thank you, Walter. Thank you for your support and encouragement. Oh, I missed this one. Who is that? Corey Stinnett, 31, threw in $2 for a comment, guys, and did that thing that y'all guys do sometimes. This must be another action hero dude, right? Because he's like nothing. Said nothing. Just dropped it in like, bro. You know? Pretty cool, y'all. I'm going to roll a cigarette out of these cigarette butts, and then we'll close, guys, because I don't want this to turn off in the middle of the stream. I don't know. I don't think that's good for it. Let me get you set up here so that it won't turn off. I hope you guys don't mind just sitting here with me for a little while. Because I'm not ready to go yet, you know. I think we got enough going on. Death Trance, awesome name. Love you, Matt. You have a great spirit. You really put out a message. Thank you so much. Thank you, my friend. Hoorah, Death. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's what I try and do. You know, I try and be real at the same time. That's the fine mix is hard, you know. In my early time of not just putting myself back together, but figuring out who I am, really, right? Because I have all these negative character flaws and stuff, and I really wanted to know. I thought it's hard to describe. Yeah, just keep going, you know? It's been a long day. I'm sorry, guys. I lose track sometimes. So lighting all right? Yep, we're still all right. I'm going to roll a cigarette out of these cigarette butts here. And we'll just sit here together for a few more minutes if y'all are all right with that before I go. Oh, pardon me. Oh. Yeah, I like to think that everything is a victory. Really, one of the things that I always tell myself, because you ever do that thing where you just really don't know, And what I tell myself is keep moving forward, don't die. Literally, that's like my mantra sometimes. And I think that says a lot. I think we might have glitched from it. Brenda Berger, thank you, Brenda. Brenda threw in 20 guys. Man, thank you, Brenda. Thank you so much. Donations from viewers like you. And it really is. As you know, I say it a lot. When things get hard, I'm not able to put my videos out. And then my paycheck kind of depends on the videos too. And so y'all's support has really helped, because over the past few years when things get hard, it's a real struggle to keep the channel going. And I kind of have to take punches in a lot of different ways. But since y'all guys, it's gotten a lot better. And one of these days we'll build up. We're going to get where we can help people. We just need the funds and stuff. You know, we need the channel to get big enough. We're already helping people. Skate Girl's killing it out there, guys. Because of you and your donations, a young woman struggling with getting into recovery has a warm, safe place to sleep tonight. And she's doing all right. She's working every single day and trying to, you know, has respect for herself and the world around her. What I admire the most is it's so easy for people to turn hard and to stop caring about people and everything in life. And her, I've seen how she just won't do that. It's like she really does care about people. And that's the reason that I picked her, is I could just tell. And I was like, you know what, we could help her, because she's going to help herself, because she wants to help other people too. And it's weird how the people who have the means don't have the desire, and the people who have the desire don't really have the means. But at the same time, just a sandwich in the middle of the night means something, you know? And yeah, so I got a lot of faith in her. I know that she's going to make it. She's a good young woman. And like I said, y'all guys are part of that success. Well, our channel here is doing what I wanted it to do when we started, you know? It's helping, giving back. Got another cigarette, yeah. Thanks for not giving me a bunch of crap about it, too. I appreciate that a lot. Yeah. More than you know. I used to get so much crap when I was on the show about it. There's like, man, I can't tell you, though. If there is any reason to lose faith in humanity, I had a lot of them back then. It was like people they just act they're your friend and stuff, right? Take pictures across like the way and everything. So I was always getting in trouble for having a cigarette hanging out of my mouth. And I was like, yeah. But it reflects back to what I was saying about being young too, I think. When we don't have as much life experience, things can seem so much more serious. And it's not that they're not serious. It's just that when we get a little bit more life experience, we realize that will also go. You know, it's like that saying, this too will pass, right? And I always used to hate that, especially when I was early in recovery, because I'm like, maybe it won't pass. Some things don't pass. And I'm like, but in life, it will. And the more that we struggle, the more we go through and stuff, the better it'll get. Yeah. In recovery, I've learned the thing, it's called a 10-step. And it's hard to describe, but it's just basically where you stop at the end of the night and you ask yourself 3 questions. It goes, what did I do well today? What could I have done better today? And do I owe anybody an apology today? And by going through that, because a lot of what we deal with, not just in addiction, but in life trauma, life recovery too, are negative thoughts of ourselves for the things that we've done wrong or the things we haven't done. And so the 10-step is a way that we can close the day knowing that day we were all right and that we don't have to feel bad about ourselves. So what did I do well? What could I have done better? And do I owe anybody an apology? Because like the apology or the amends is really important. When we feel crappy about ourselves, it's normally because we've wronged somebody and we haven't made it right, you know. And so the what did I do well and gives us our encouragement. It shows our growth in life. I'm a better day than I was yesterday. What could I have done better? That gives us our learning from today, from what wasn't what we would have had it be. And if we know that and we learn from it, then tomorrow or in the future, we can do better for that, right? So that's hope, and it's also a little bit of wisdom because we learn from it. And then, like I said about amends, sometimes all we can do, because like there are people that they won't accept an apology, they'll just be too hurt or something. There are all kinds of different people. So who can say why, right? Most of the time it's hurt. Most of the time it's not malicious. But there's this thing called a living amends. So it's for all the things that we can't fix, all the people that we can't go say I'm sorry to, all the people who won't forgive us and stuff. And that one is for us. So we live better than we were before, right? So the next time the time comes to make that bad decision, we remember and we make amends by not making that decision, by doing something better. Now, don't worry, if this is hard to get, that's okay too, because it is really hard. Because sometimes the better decision isn't really as good, and sometimes there isn't a perfect decision and stuff. So I would just recommend to people, just don't be too hard on ourselves, really, you know, and realize that just the desire to be better and the action to do better really makes a lot of a difference. And we can kind of feel better about ourselves that way. A lot of what I do with y'all guys is making a living amends in all of this. It was so cool running into those guys that helped me today. They gave me a ride all the way from Omak to Oroville. Russ, yes. And shoot. I've got it written down. It's not with an S. It's like Sherry. It's not Sherry. Steph. I think it's Steph. I think it's Steph and Sherry and Russ. Yes, Steph and Russ. They were so cool. If they had a or anything, talk about making. They gave the best answer in the world. And almost at the same time, they're like, we never hold still long enough for a garden. And riding around with them, like with my camera and stuff, because they said I can film it. So they're like part of the show now, right? It really made me think about like our road trip, how neat that could be. Because no matter what happens, it's just going to be cool, you know? Oh, yeah. That's a fine cigarette right there. Oh, a sweet taste of ashtray. It is definitely not a red apple. It's any Tarantino fans out there? Yeah. Thank you, and humble. That is to say, decided to start getting serious in recovery. I had to take an honest look at myself, and that's involved mainly listening to all the things that people have said that we either need to be or that we are, and then make adjustments and stuff. And my counselors, now that doesn't, I wouldn't listen to the a-holes. Identify the a-holes in your life and just blot out what they say, because those are just controlling people is what I would say, right? Everybody else I had to listen to. Because it's right. They've got an outside perspective, and I obviously wasn't living the best life. So I need to listen and figure out what I need to fix. And through 3 or 4 rehab, maybe 3, 4 rehabs, I think. We're going to say 4. All my counselors and the rest of the counselors all said the same thing, that I was arrogant and full of myself and that I needed to be humble and have humility. And I didn't even know what the heck that would ever look like, right? And it's not really saying you're not really humble you tell people, you're like, I'm so humble today. I feel humble. Yes. And so it's something I do practice. I try. It's become a life thing now. And so it does feel good for you to say it. Because it lets me know that maybe in small ways I'm meeting my goals, correcting the character flaws and making better qualities out of them. Something interesting I figured out recently. Well, I guess years. Who cares when? So like hot and cold are on a scale, right? So hot can become cold and cold can become hot. Hot can never become heavy and hot can never become light though. Heavy and light are on a scale. So at some point a thing goes from being light to being heavy, or a thing goes from being heavy to light. And that's just the way it is. That's how it is also with character flaws. Character flaw is something we don't like ourselves. Some negative thing that we do and get negative reactions out of or something, right? And so character flaws are really interesting because if we can accept them and know them about ourselves, they're like a superpower because you can turn the dial the other way, much like love and hate, right? You could turn the dial and turn hate into love. You could turn the dial and turn hate or love into hate, hot into cold, heavy into light, right? And so like laziness, take laziness or procrastination, which was one of my things. I turned it into patience. It could never be turned into like a steady temper or something, right? But it could be turned into something that's common to itself, something on the same scale. Con man, right? A con man can turn stealing and lying to other people into empathy and understanding and helping other people because you're just more naturally in tune to what people want and what people need. So the bad side of that is when you use your natural intuitive ability to spot somebody else's wants and needs and then take advantage of them and take what they have with ill gains. The other side of that is to spot their wants and needs and then provide them for them. Imagine that, right? Or help them provide it. And that's just something that I think about, like that's something I'd like to pass on in this world, is that understanding that whatever the negative thing is about ourselves, if we really work on that, we can turn that dial all the way to the other side and make something good out of it. Like a lot of my counselors used to say, if we used half the energy that we used to use to do the bad things we did, we could rule the world, right? Now, I would rather save the world, but you know what I'm saying. Yeah. And so it's little things like that I feel I've learned in life that are worth trying to pass on. I gotta say again, a big shout out to the Loomis Quick Stop. Big thank you to Jarvis today for being there for me. And then a big thank you to my friend Aaron in Loomis. I tell everybody, see, Aaron gets a really bad rap from a lot of people and stuff because Aaron is a pirate. And if there are any other pirates out there, you understand, right? I'm a pirate too. I've actually got a giant pirate's flag tattooed to my back. And but Aaron has always been there for me. He's never badmouthed me. He's never stolen from me. He's the kind of man that I could trust, with secrets and with valuables, and he would always be there, right? And I think that that's interesting because recently I've been backstabbed by people who are supposed to be all upper crust and everything, right? And legit and like all this stuff and everything. And I'm like, that's what the thing about my friend Aaron. I wish that y'all could get to meet him more. I'd like to put him in some videos and stuff because like he's a really good guy. But you know how life is. Life can be really hard, man, right? And we don't always have to pay for everything all the time. You know what I mean? A little bit of, what does my friend Michael say? Grace. Giving people a little bit of grace is good. But I sure am glad for my friend Aaron today. And my friend Jarvis. And my two new friends, Russ and I think Steph. I'm going to say Steph. I know several Stephs. I'm probably getting it wrong. I will correct myself if I am in future videos, though. I gotta go soon, guys. Cindy, thank you, Cindy. Guys, send an emoji to support the channel. Says good job. It's a fox, like a tycoon kind of fox in a suit, giving a big thumbs up. Thank you, Cindy Jacobs. Let me roll through, guys. I thought somebody else. Brenda Berger. Thank you, Brenda. Brenda's doing the same thing, guys. It's the fox with the thumb up. Thank you, Brenda. Thank you to all of y'all, guys, for your continued and ongoing support and encouragement. Just Chantel is in the house. Hi, Chantel. Stephen, talking to Rebecca. Jura. Hi, Jura. Matt, hope you are doing good. I'm doing well, Jura. I'm doing really good. Did you part ways with... yeah, Jamie and I, we've been friends and in the same house and stuff for about a year now, and people just aren't meant to live that close together, is my best way to describe it. We're still friends and everything. She's still going to be in my upcoming videos and all. It's just, it's become time for me to go my separate ways again. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. All right, I gotta go, guys. I remember Ashley. Thank you so much. So Ashley says that she sent me the channel, $52 last live. I remember Ashley. I remember you. Hi, my friend. Hi. I'm glad you guys are still friends. Thank you, Sleuth Fairy. Of course. So, like, my time with Jamie and with her girls has been the best year of my life. This is probably where I'll close it. It really has. I've been able to be part of something truly beautiful. Her two girls own my heart. I'm sorry, I'm going to cry. I don't normally cry a lot. Normally, I cry like once every couple years. And it's like, yeah. So it's 4 years up until here recently. But Jamie's girls, they own my heart, basically. I got to be part of their life in one of the most special ways in the world, like to demonstrate like what a man is, I guess, right? And I tell you, I like to think that I nailed a lot of it. I've nailed way more of it than I got wrong. That's for sure. And we can't always expect to get everything right all the time, you know, especially in stuff we don't have much experience in. But I care about those young ladies so much, more than like anybody probably, you know. So they're good girls. And we're still part of each other's life. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I still take them out to our little Chevron adventures. We go up to Chevron and we get like pop and stuff, right? And they buy candy bars with their money and stuff. And we go to the library park sometimes when we play on the spinner thing and I spin them. And we talk about life stuff. And it's really, really neat. Jamie's youngest, I taught both of them how to chop wood, and they're both good. Jamie's youngest is really good. She's like, dang, she's a wood chopper, man. Yeah. Good kids. Been very, very fortunate to be a part of their life. Jamie's whole family, actually. I really like her dad. He's awesome. Jamie's mom's awesome. Oh, Aunt Jenny. Yeah, let's not forget about Aunt Jenny. Oh, and then Jamie's sister, too. Yeah, they're all good people. I think that's neat, that, like, when life changes and stuff, I find that in the past I used to get really sad about it and stuff. I think the important thing to do is realize all the good and everything and move forward into life in the next phases and stuff. I think Jamie's girls really helped me with that too, because they're growing up, right? They're going from little girls to young women, and I was able to like see the life phases as they're like going to different classes and as they're like becoming seniors and stuff, right? One of them. It's been a long day, you know. Anyway, So it's one thing that I missed in my life, though, were those events that let me know that I was changing into an adult and stuff. You know, we used to have rites of passages and stuff. So if you're one of those people out there that don't feel that you're at like the right age and the right place and stuff, just remember that maybe it's because you haven't had, like me, haven't had those rites of passages to let us know that we're in that era phase. Sometimes we just have to have faith in ourselves that we are, and try and better prepare ourselves rather than expecting for others to have prepared us or for life itself to have prepared us or something. You know, just be happy where you are and give maximum effort. That's what's important. You know, everything isn't always going to work out right. Acceptance in that is good. Yeah, and just work on ourselves. Okay, I've got to go. Y'all guys have really made my night really good. And I appreciate you so much for that. So much for taking care of this channel and everything that you do. I just don't want it to die on us, guys. So I'm going to close out. I think we've talked about enough heavy stuff. I don't really need to end with anything, you know. So just, here's what we can do. When I close off, get in your head and think of something inspiring in your life, in your world, right here, right now. And just to be Wabbajack with it. Wabbajack is like out of the box, right? Just come up with something. It doesn't even have to be great, all right? And that'll be our thing for tonight. Yeah. Never give up, never surrender. Thank you to everybody. Like I said, special shout out to all of the true blues out there here on the channel and here in my everyday world. I'll tell you, my neighbors here in my everyday world have really helped me recently to realize that there are a lot more people that like care and stuff. And man, I've needed that. So y'all don't worry about me. I'm about to be on the mountain, man. It's going to be good, all right? All I got to do is walk through that door, and I've got food and tobacco, and it's going to be great. It'll probably be Monday before I see y'all guys again, though, because I can't be running the truck up and down the mountain. It's just too much fuel. All right, bye, guys. Bye.